I think we may be live. I am having some difficulty telling on my end. Well, it's been a while. So I'm Nathan Bonner. I'm the artist of Indavo and the artist of Big Mighty Monster, a true life tale of Murfreesboro, a comic about Murfreesboro, Illinois' very own cryptid. Woo! And I'm currently working on the second animated Indavo episode, and I have a new computer and new settings, and this is all I'm hoping going on right now, and I am totally not sure if it is or not, but let's just pretend like maybe that it is going on, and if it's not, I'll figure it out from there. So far, very little indication to show that this is actually working. So let's see if it is indeed working. Alright, well, everything just may be in Streamlabs right now. Okay, well, so, as the description says, which you probably not even read, I've got some of those pesky lines done. The voice actors for Guarantee and A1 were able to come in, and I have those in the can. And though we're not ready for A1 yet, we are ready for some GT action. So let's get started here and to see how things are going. All right, so assuming that this is all going out, if it's not, we'll do another scene some other time once I get everything figured out. Let's stop navel gazing and get right to business. There's perfect and there's done, and we're gonna get this done. All right, so let's grab our background. So we are, oh, nope, wrong background. It's shot 3. It is shot 3. Yes, indeed. All right. It's nothing too exciting. This is a chair. Okay, so I am working in Moho 14. This is a rendered background from Blender from the Adventure Bridge model that I have created quite some time ago now. And you can see the topography and the actual geometry here is a bit of a mess on this chair, but we're not going to worry about it because it's going to be covered up by and large by GT himself. So, and also the background here is also just more of a reference to the animation process, and will be composited in After Effects onto the background. So right now, all we're trying to get is the animation of our robot. So, and that will be done by a series of PNGs, creating a PNG sequence. PNGs, of course, have an alpha channel, which makes them transparent, yada, 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 yada. Link them together, you get animation in when you import them into a program, as you will see. So, let us not quit burbling on about nonsense right now and get to the main action. Okay. So we're going to grab this audio file, shot 3 GT, we're going to hit open, and right here I've hit the sequencer so we can actually slide this around if we wanted to, but we don't want to. No, we don't really want to. We're going to have him, it start here, but he'll actually start talking about the second.
Can reveal it is as warp drive.
And you see, very robotic voice. Okay, I'm going to go back to keyframes. You can see that on the keyframes, where it exists, where it's at. What we're going to do is we have got to close those style panels and open up those layer panels. Yeah, there we go. We don't need the styles just right now. We may, but probably not. So, okay, I'm going to select the this layer 1 here. It's an empty vector layer. They all come with it, or shape layer. We don't need it. We're just going to get rid of it. Okay, so make sure that our background's selected. I tend to always want to sandwich the animation layer between the background and the audio file. That way, if you do any crazy camera movements, you're hopefully not going to move past your audio file, because you actually can. You can get kind of a strange effect with that. At least you could in previous Mohos. I've not really done it too much in this version, but when I was working in 12 on the previous Indavo animation some years ago, I did a camera pan, and you got more distant from the camera, the audio got more muted. That's back when I was rendering out everything, though, in Moho, and I don't do that anymore, so that's not going to be a problem at all. So why am I burbling about it? Who knows? Something to look for if you are indeed, let's hit save as, if you are indeed going to render everything out from Moho, background, sound, the whole dang thing into a audio file. a video file, which you can do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, but that's not what we're doing here, because we're getting some really nice compositing going on. Okay, so we're going to import. So let me grab my pen loudly as possible. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to import. You can just do general, because what we're going to do is we're going to go to Indavo 3, animation resources, characters, and we're going to go down to cheating. Okay, so here we go. We want the shaded one. Yes, we want the shaded one. Bam. That one here, and let me bring this panel in just for a second, just to remind everyone what we do. Okay, so we import by reference. That way, if I see a problem with this model, I can go back and correct the problem on the main file, and then the version that we have imported here is linked to that file, and we reflect those changes for the most part. So that's what we got. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure, we've already got the layer transform tool. We're going to hold down the Alt key, and we're just going to zoom him. And what this is doing is this is not scaling. This is actually moving him closer to the camera. You can see that the Z value, which is the up and down or close, far and close to the camera, is changing. And that's fine. That's kind of what we want right now. So we're going to move him into right about here. He does hang with that chair just a skosh. Just bring him down right about there. Okay. That doesn't look so bad. We're going to hit save. And also right now what we're going to do is we are going to do an experiment. We're going to hit do preview. And this was on the main screen, which you cannot see, will render out a preview. And looking at that preview, everything does look pretty good. I do see some slight problems. Okay, so when blowing a character up this big, whenever I'm designing to be the height of the actual canvas, the actual shot height here, is that sometimes your points can be just a little bit off and you'll get gaps in your character. There are a few gaps here. What we're going to do is, and I did not put him in where I need to put him in. I'm going to move him back to 0. Here we go. There we go. Is that frame 0? Bam. All right. And we'll go to frame 1 to get this started. So what I need to do is I need to go into the GT file. So let's go into that GT file and make some adjustments so we don't have to keep doing this. I can adjust right here really easy. But what we need to do is, honestly, we do need to get into GT shaded here. And we need to, looking at my huge blown up thing here, I need to get in really close. So, because when you get in really close, as you can see, the lines are really thick here, but that's because they're set for this thickness, and they'll be this thickness no matter how big he's going to be. So when you blow him up to fill his face in, these points in his face are a little off. I need some adjustment. So let's adjust those right now so we don't have to keep making this. Okay, so the face itself is, no, it does need some adjustment. It does need some adjustment, doesn't it? There we go. Lost my little hand guy. Yeah, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But that's also unfortunate because I didn't get my. Sometimes I miss the selection point on that. So okay, we're going to use the point tools, and we're going to adjust this, kind of make this over as close to being in the center of this other shape line as possible, like so. And okay, that'll help. So we'll go down to here, and we'll do the other side, because see, it's over. See how far this is over? The center line should be here, so this guy just needs to come over right about to there, right about to there. If I kept the line thickness the same, this would not be a problem, but I've got this crazy idea that I'm going to have the visuals look a little bit more anime-ish, so the line thickness does remain the same, very, very thin throughout the whole thing. So, okay, we need to change up the cheeks a little bit. I call them cheeks. There's the gray shapes on the side. Sometimes the select does not work. Hotkey is G. To transform, it is T. And we'll just do it like that. Okay, so we're going to do the other cheek or gray shape. Okay, select is G. Hotkey is T for transform. Okay, and there we go. And all we have to do is just kind of bring him back over like that. And boom, there we go. I think that's pretty good. All right, let's save. Looking at his face, is there anything else that needs adjustment? And I will say, no, actually, no. That's not bad. Looking at it, there are a couple things on the shoulders. I'll go ahead and change. I thought see, just a little bit over there, a bit overzealous when I was creating this guy. Which side is it? Just right. Chef's left. Okay. His left, not mine. All right, so we're just going to drag that down to there. Okay, so grab the hand and let's go check out that other one. Yep. Let's just grab that guy down and bring him down here. Let's go to the other side of the head, to the other side of his chest. Oh, well, obviously I just copy and pasted these over, and that's giving us some issues. So, well, that's just how it goes. So, all right, well, let's see if we're actually doing any good here. Let's see if I can detect whether or not this is actually streaming or not. I believe that it may be. Oh, it doesn't really say, does it? Could be going somewhere, I suppose. Well, let's see here. Indeed, it is. Oh, wow, it's a Christmas miracle. Okay, well, it's just not working on the YouTube side of the interface, so if you're trying to chat through YouTube, it may not show up. So who knows? Who knows? We're an undiscovered country here, so we're just going to continue on and heck with it. So, all right. And I believe that the rest of this is okay, so I'm going to hit save. So that's saved, and then we'll go back here, and it's going to, oh, look, see here, the red arrow is here on our guarantee model that says we need to update it. So we're going to right click on that, and, nope, sorry, I did not right click on that correctly. I clicked on the name. There we go. And it says update all reference layer. Layer reference, and a panel has popped up, and bam, there we go. Let's do another quick render to see if everything is a-okay. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, well, I still missed a couple of things that I should quickly go back and do. See, I've actually not been into anything related to the Indavo work since this new computer is set up. It's been a laborious process getting everything set up on the computer, as I'm sure most of you are aware of this thing, especially when you've got tons of files and very particular about how you programs function and look, and where your files are stored, and how much you hate Copilot. So I'm not really fond of the whole AI and the arts. Sorry. I mean, I'm sure everyone thinks it's a great tool, but I think it's quite detrimental. I'm in this game of animation for the love of doing animation. Why would I want a machine to do it? I mean, honestly, it's kind of stupid. Certainly not for fame and glory. Yet, I might add. Ha! Alright, so we're updating this as we did before, and it looks so much better. Okay, we're not even going to render it. We're just going to say that's beautiful, and we're just going to go with it. Pow. Okay, so now we need to get his mouth layered up here. Let's go to the mouth layer. Okay, we're going to, looks like he's got multiple mouths like everybody else. So he's got his regular mouth he's going to be using right now, and it's on closed, which is exactly where it should be. That's fine. I'm going to double click on this and bring up a panel and the other screen, of course. All right, here we go. So we're going to switch. Okay, so now we're going to select our layer source, and I believe we're going to interpolate layers and see if that goes wacky on us. Okay, so now this mouth layer is set to the audio file. So these different mouth layers, depending on the height of the waveform of the audio file, will open up to wide and everything in between. So we'll see if this actually works in a real quick. Let's not do that. In this case, it's something.
Scans reveal it is. Has warp drive. Shields are Class C. Crew 23.
All right, looks like we have to extend the scene just a little bit because he keeps talking for quite some time. Let's move that up just a skosh so I can actually see the audio file. Let's see where the audio file is. There it is. Let's see where we are. Oh, well, never mind. How about I go to it? Ah, there it is. Oh, nope. He keeps talking. Oh, no.
They've scanned us.
Oh, no. Well, I made a horrible error in my getting that audio file out here. So, but that's good. We can leave that exactly where it's at.
23.
Okay, that's fine. And for now, that's what we're gonna do. We'll go back to sequencer here. Let's see here if I can go. Woo, we got all of his lines exported out here. That's not what we were hoping for at all. So they changed the settings on the export for Audacity because it was intuitively what you had selected in the last version. This version, of course, you've got to probably tell it that. Mental note: in the future, I will do that. For now, we're going to charge ahead like it is a-okay. Because it is. Alright, so let's get started on this animation thing, and I'll worry about getting him re-exported out in a moment or two. Okay, so it looks like the arm positions are okay. So basically this is just going to be some head animation going on here. Let's get back onto our keyframes. Let's go to 0 keyframe 1, and let's just kind of head down. As you know, there's you may notice there is some pre-made head animation on the character model. This is just set up to go on the base model, and we don't have to do anything with it. Hopefully, it will continue to work. Okay, so we're going to basically do the same position to there, and we're going to
Scan.
Alright, I'd like to apologize for the loudness of his voice file. But that's just how it goes. Alright, let's kind of move this over just a little bit so I can get a little bit more here. Alright.
Scans reveal. Scans reveal it is.
Okay, so what I'm doing is he's holding there.
As war. As warp drive. Warp drive.
Oh. Well, again, I did not have some of my auto keyframe.
Scans reveal it is. As warp drive.
Yeah, I gotta keep those
Drive.
keyframes on freeze.
4 class D. 4 class D beam towards. Towards. 4 class D beam.
Alrighty. Oops, did not mean to move that just a little bit.
Shield. Shield.
Yeah, we'll move that a little bit.
Shields are class. Shields are class C.
Okay, so what we're doing here is I just, these are like hold positions, and I do like to do a little bit of head bobbing and animation in there, even though he is a robot. Okay, let's go to here a little bit closer so I can actually see what I've got so far. Let's go ahead here and see what we've got.
Scans reveal it is. Has warp drive, 4 class D beam turrets, shields are class C, crew 223.
Hey, that's pretty darn good, I'd say, for a talking robot. I suppose my AI opinions are similar to that of Indavo and his people. You make your IS really kind of stupid, and
Scans reveal it is.
There won't be a threat to you. Yeah, but I guarantee it's not built by them, and there's always been a little bit of mistrust. And over the years, some ribbing between GT and Indavo based on this. Guarantee actually does like Rachel. He's kind of likes to torment Indavo as much as possible, so that's just how it goes. All right, so I think we are ready to export this animation out. So we're going to hide that background because we don't need it, because we're going to do a transparent PNG. So we're going to go to export animation. All right, let's bring these over here. All right. So it says format video. We don't want that. We want an image sequence, and we're going to do PNG. I used to do Targa because that used to be the industry standard for transparent TV visual files. But PNG's really gotten good in the last 20 years, so we'll use PNGs. Override existing files. We're going to choose where this is going to go, and we're going to say it's going to choose folder. And all right, so here we are. We're going to choose our documents. Oh, the shot 3 is right there. Yes, and we're going to click new folder, and we're going to save this as renders, unless you want your shot 3 folder just filled to the brim with PNGs. I'm going to select that. That's okay. Grand. And all I'm clicking is okay. And it is off to the races on the render queue there. So what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to go into our... okay. I'm going to go into After Effects. And it's the first time I actually have had After Effects open on this machine, so... let's go into our project folder, and we're going to go new, and it's going to be shot 3. Click. Okay, new composition, and it is also going to be shot 3. But we do need to change some frames per second. Right here, frame rate is 24. It does not need to be 3 seconds. It needs to be 11 seconds. That's how much we are. Square pixels, absolutely correct. Shot 3, correct. So that should all pop into that folder, and it did. Hey, success. Okay, so we're about a quarter way through the rendering on our guarantee. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to bring in the background that we had before. Once again, we shall import the background file. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Oh, I guess it shows me where I was. Well, we're going to bring both these guys in since they're right here. All right. Yeah. We're going to take the background. We're just going to drag that down here into the timeline. Yes, I understand how that works. Thank you very much. Make sure that it takes up the entirety of the timeline by dragging the edges here. Or if you needed to go away, you could always contract it. We do not. Bring in the audio file, and this is quite... didn't want to go there. All right, so I'm going to go to frame... Where's my counter at? Oh, there it is. 1 minute, 1 second in. Okay, framed it out. It should be 11, and it goes on forever because he keeps speaking. It's ridiculous. Okay, and while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and pull in a few things. This black solid is what has our gradient, which we set up last time, for the lights to kind of help composite in and make this flat 2D animation seem like it is part of inhabiting the 3D world of the background. Such as it is. So we're going to hit Control C for copy, and we're going to go to the other After Effects. That's going well. We're going to go back to our shot 3, and we're going to hit Control V for paste, and then we're going to drag that out so it takes up the entirety of the timeline. No questions asked. And already, look, that's okay. Now we don't have any space to add into the back. So all we're doing now is waiting on good old Guarantee to finish his rendering. He's about halfway there, by the way. It's not doing bad. So. Giving the new computer its paces. It's a little bit faster than the previous one, I will say that, yes. This is 11-second scene, so it's pretty long, and he's got a lot of gradients on him, as one can imagine. It takes a bit of time, usually, but this is not going too bad. So, I'll fix the breaking up of the other Guarantee audio files at a later time. The next scene that we're going to move on to is scene 14, which is another bridge. Scene 14 is already done. Looks like we're going to be doing another Captain of the Cured-In shot next. Shot 15. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to save here. We are now roughly 60% of the way through the renders on the other side. I know this is pulse pounding. Whoa! Let me tell you. Update. It's a little bit quieter here in the studio. The mom cat, unfortunately, could not tame up. She would not tame up. Still very feral, very hissy, very spitty. So she'd been spayed. She'd healed up, and so she was released back out into the wild, where she's living in the neighborhood. And of course, I'm still putting food and water out for her, so she's really enjoying life right now. Her kittens, 2 of the other kittens, are off being fostered somewhere else. So I only have the 2 that I'm keeping, and third, who is due to go to the local rescue, Finding Forever, a no-kill animal rescue. His name is Yogi, because he looks a lot like his brother Bear, who is being fostered by the neighbors, except he's short hair, whereas Bear is long hair. So Yogi, Bear, get it? That's how my brain works. Yeah. So the level of cats has gone down tremendously, and the level of destruction and noise has gone down as well. Kittens can be very loud. So, we're 75% of the way. All right. unpopular Doctor Who opinions. Is the creature in the pit really that bad? I don't think so. I like it better than Nightmare in Eden, the other Tom Baker season 17 story that people usually point at and say, "Oh, it's terrible." It's actually not. It's not that bad. It's actually it's a funny script. It does have some rather unfortunate giant blob monster visuals going down a tunnel in it's in episode 1, but that adds to the experience, I'm afraid. Fun fact, in the Tom Baker years, VHS tapes, Tom apologized to all the viewers from all those years ago. This was in 1993, and the story was originally made in 1979. Because he was having a bit too much fun with things, and our renders are done. So I tend to like it. Most people tend to hate it, but I also like Revenge of the Cybermen, so I'm weird like that. What I didn't realize is that a lot of people didn't like Rose as a character from the new series from 2005. I don't have a problem with Rose. I thought Rose was a fine audience stand-in. No problems there with me. But some people just don't like her. But everyone has opinions. All right, so our rendering's done. Let's import those renders right now and take a look and see what we have done. Okay, so we've selected the first one. You can select any one of these. It doesn't really matter. Let's select the 7th one. It says his PNG sequence, so it's going to see it. It's got an underscore. It's got these zeros and another number, but it's going to say, hey, this is a sequence. I need to import all these. So you don't have to find the first one. You have to scroll through. I've got to find the first one in order to get it right. No, it's smart enough to realize what you're after. So, pow. So we have done so, and we're going to go ahead and reinterpret this footage, because no matter what our frame rate is, it will always come in as 30, because that's just how Adobe does things. Okay, make sure he takes up the length of the timeline, yada, yada, yada. Okay, we're also going to scale him up ever so slightly, because since he's got some cutoff here and here, when we apply some of the lighting effects, they may potentially show up. So we're going to kind of be a little bit proactive here, ever so slightly. Okay, so we're going to hit S for scale, and it's set for uniform scale. We just need it to scale up about the 2 probably fine. Ooh, right. One. Let's go more. Or let's go 2. There. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. No need to keyframe that. We're not changing the scale whatsoever after this. So we're going to go back to here. And we have already done some of the lighting effects on Indavo, so I don't see the need to kind of reinvent the wheel, as it were. So we're just going to kind of go over to X controls here. That light sweep, we are going to nab that really quick by hitting Control C, and we're just going to control this layer section, Control V, and there, boom, there it goes. We need to adjust this ever so slightly, since he is seated at his position almost completely under a light. So that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go back to here. We need layer styles. That's what we need. So you could also copy and paste it from here. You don't have to open up that panel at all. I mean, you don't open up the control panel at all. You can just do it here. So we're going to take both of those, the inner shadow and the gradient overlay, and we're going to copy those out as we set them up last time. I don't see the need to reinvent the wheel every time, and we're just going to hit Control, and we're going to hit, well, actually, just go select that, or just paste it in. Now, okay. Some changes need to be made. Okay, so let's go to layer styles here. And what we're going to do is we are indeed going to make those changes. Let's start with the inner shadow first. Okay, the opacity is 100. Okay, so let's change this angle. Think about how I would like this to go. Let's do that, because his screen is actually down here, but this is going to be weird on the gradient. Let's see if we can make this work just a bit better. That opacity is right. It's on multiply. Let's change the angle here on that gradient just ever so slightly. Yeah, let's change that back to here. This is fine. Yeah. There we go. Now, since he's supposed to be in front of a screen, I suppose we could add a revision to our solid black here. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate. How buttons work are slightly different. So there should be a duplicate. There is not. Well, that's just to go to edit and duplicate then. Duplicate, man. Control D would have also done it. All right, we don't, well, we don't really need it to be quite that light. Let's go to layer styles and, okay, so we're going to get the blending options here later, but we're on white, but we're going to change that to hard light, okay, which is not a problem, okay, that's not bad. And edit colors. Okay, so we have it transparent on one and not so transparent on another one. So what we need to do is we need to nab blue. We could probably get that blue and a little bit higher here. No, that needs to be more blue. We're gonna have to. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to project, go back here into the, let's see here, Indavo, and we're going to go to fix control here on his light sweep. That's not, oh yeah, I was right. We want the, we want the layer style, the inner shadow, like that. We just, this is the hex code. We're just after the hex code on this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to edit gradient, and click OK, bam. Oh yeah. All right, so now we need to change this gradient around so that now it appears that Guarantee is actually looking at screens. He's got the glow of the screens kind of around him. He got the blue. Kind of fits in a little bit better, I think. So let's see how this all looks.
Scans reveal it is. Has warp drive, 4 Class D beam turrets. Shields are Class C. Crew 223.
Yeah, all right. That is good. That is looking not so bad at all. At least I think so. Your mileage may vary. All right, so we're going to go to composition. I'm going to go to add to render crew. Hue. Apologies. And we're going to find out where are we at here? Shots. 70. All right, gosh. We have reordered everything, haven't we? Okay, well, I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna clear this out. I want you to know what happened. It's not rendered yet. You know what? I can re-add it. No problem. Okay, let's try that again. Let's add to render queue. Oh, that's absolutely bizarre. That's what's going on here. Okay, let's make sure we have shot 3 selected. Hit save. Composition. Add to render queue. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Let's double check these settings, make sure nothing's wacky. Work area only is okay for this point. All right. We're going to go down to here. This is absolutely fine. Crop. I'm going to drag this over so I can check those audio settings are on. They are. That's fine. And we're going to pick our output folder, which is folder 3. And it's going to do it as an MP4, which is fine for the quality that I'm shooting for. So we're going to hit save. We're going to hit render and... All right. Hey, and that is our shot. Shot 3. Guarantees some robot action. Robot bobbing his head action, but still some robot action. Hey, they can't all be life and death struggle battles yet. We're getting to that in this episode. So it looks like I think that's going to be the stream for today. Just a kind of a short one to get back into this whole streaming and make sure all the settings are working. I'll try and figure out if it actually will actually show up, like your comments, if you're leaving any comments on the YouTube control panel side of things. Streamlabs desktop seems to be just going straight to my YouTube channel, which is fine. Okay, fine. If that's the way it's going to be, that is indeed the way it's going to be. I guess there have been some updates since this is 1.19.1. So yes, I believe there have been. All right. Well, like I said, there's still some bugs with the new computer system to work out, and I'm going to get cracking here on some more scenes. I can't show you all the scenes slowly as I'm working on them. There'll be really no reason for you to watch, except it just be much shorter, the actual finished episode. But anyway. So, all right, hey, tune in next time, which I hope will be perhaps later this week. And we will see what shot I'm working on at that time. So, all right.